Thanks a lot to Almighty Allah who has given us to arrange a fantastic debate. Thanks the judge who has given the time to us for debating, and thanks to the participators, favor of the motion, disfavor of the motion, for joining in this debate. This debate has been arranged for a matter that we will have to be skilled in English, expert in English. We will have to learn to be a very fluent speaker, and that's why we have arranged this debate program. Anyway, today's topic is student politics. Today's topic is student politics. Now we can see the favor of the motion. Now I would like to introduce with the persons or participators favor of the motion and disfavor of the motion. Now I would like to call Mr. Mahin Ahmed, captain of the program. Kausar, favor of the motion, team member of favor of the motion, Kausar. Imran Sarkar, team member, favor of the motion. I would like to introduce with the disfavor of the motion. Today's topic is student politics. Disfavor of the motion against the statement. Saifullah Faisal, the captain of the disfavor of the motion. Saifullah Faisal. Mithu Ahmed. Today's topic is student politics. Student politics has some positive sides and some negative sides, both of the matter. But exactly we are enjoying this program. We are interested to collect a lot of information, favor of the motion as well as disfavor of the motion. But along with this matter, we are going to be skilled in English, expert in English, and we are interested to be a very, very fluent speaker in English. That's why this debate has been arranged. Let's start the program. Now, I would like to call upon to come to deliver the lecture in favor of the motion, student politics. Mr. Mahin Ahmed, please come on to deliver your lecture. Mr. Mahin Ahmed.
Assalamu alaikum. At first, thank to my honorable judges, my honorable moderator for giving me an opportunity. This is Abdullah Mahin in front of you. The topic of today's debate is student politics, and I am in favor of this topic. Mahatma Gandhi once said, anyone who said they are not interested in politics is like a drowning man who insists he is not interested in water. Earlier on I begin, let me explain what politics is. As most of us have wrong views associated with this word, when people think of politics, they think of it's a dirty game involving corruption and unfair means. But in reality, all politics is anything associated with the governments of a country or an area. Politics run this country. Politics is also something where specialization can be achieved and career can be made, like economics, science, arts, etc. Politics is also an essential part of society today. By involving in politics, student can understand the length and the breadth of politics and can use his knowledge for welfare of society. All-round development is essential. One can teach politics in classroom, but practical and experience can make one understand things better. You can't understand and learn politics just by classroom teaching. Political environment gets students to start thinking about the world outside of their immediate spheres and how the action of just a few people can have a big impact on outcomes. The various aspects of our life like education, sports and politics can no longer be compartmentalized as they are interlinked and interdependent. My point is that if we are given the right to vote at the age of 18 and apply for a driving license, why we can't take a keen interest in politics around the same age? If we are considered matured and wise enough to choose a good political leader for the country, why can't we also be interested in what's happening on the political front of our country? Student politics have a significant past history of fighting and greatest sacrifice for our national interest during all turning points of the country, including anti-British movement in 1940s, the language movement in 1948 to 1952, six-point movement in 1966, mass upstarts in 1969, and at last the independence war in 1971. And student has a very significant role in those incidents. According to the above information, we see that student politics has huge role in our national policy, and student politics is very important for the welfare of the student and our country. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Mahin Ahmed, captain of the motion, captain favor of the motion. Today's topic is student politics. Now, I would like to call upon Saifullah Faisal to deliver the lecture on the topic. Today's topic is student politics. Please, Saifullah, come on and deliver your lecture.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable moderator, honorable judge, my worthy opponents and presented all, Assalamu alaikum. The topic of today's debate is student politics. I would like to give my opinion against this statement. Honorable judges, we must remember that study is the only finance of a student and learning is his main goal. One should join politics after become an ideal person through education, because an only ideal person can become an ideal leader. Whereas those who joined in the so-called student politics can't become an ideal person or an ideal leader. Honorable Judge, we always say that student politics has a glorious history. It's just bullshit. In 1948, 1952, 1969 and 1990, students participated extensively in all those movements. If the student hadn't participated in those movements, then the movements wouldn't have been successful in any way. However, now this is the question: why did they go to those movements? Were they inspired by the philosophy of the student politics at that time and surrendered themselves? Not at all. To be honest to their own conscience, in the need of the country, in the crisis of the nation, they spontaneously participated in those movements. For such needs, students will go again and again, thousands of times. No politics is need for this. Honorable judges, those who do so-called student politics become puppets of some selfish leaders of some political party. To serve the nefarious interests of those selfish leaders, they stoop so low that they don't have the least sense of conscience or humanity. The brutal murder of Avrar in Buet is an example. Honorable Judge, who commits heinous crimes like gang fights, riots, brutal murders, vandalism of educational institutions, ragging of students, bribery of teachers? There are those who do so-called student politics. If this is student politics, we don't need this kind of bad culture. Honorable Judge, all kinds of public welfare activities like donating blood, protecting environment, helping the helpless, etc. can be widely done from the outside of politics. A few days ago, the primary school students distributed reliefs among the flood victims in our village. They are not of any political party. So my opponents, why should I join in the student politics and throw myself into the darkness of politics if all work for public welfare can be widely done from the outside of student politics? Hope you will answer. My opponents, awaken your conscience. Develop first yourself by using the student life properly, and then join politics as an ideal person, because only an ideal person can become an ideal leader, and politics need an ideal person. Thank you, Honorable Judge. Thank you, Moderator. Thank you all.
Thank you, Saifullah Faisal, for your speech. I would like to call upon Kausar, favor of the motion, student politics. Please deliver your lecture about the topic.
First of all, sorry for using sunglasses because of my eye infection. Anyway, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Thank you, Honorable Moderator, Honorable Judge, and my worthy opponent presented here. Today I am gonna discuss about the current most popular topic, student politics. I strongly believe that student politics is necessary. Some people think that politics is a dirty game, so students should not join politics at all. Aristotle, the great thinker, said, man by nature is a political animal. Then how can a student aloof from politics? I think students should not stand aloof from politics. Politics itself is not a dirty game. Students are the future citizens and leaders of a country as well as the world. So they should know national and international politics. Honorable Judge, politics run this country. Politics is also something where specialization can be achieved and a career can be made. By involving in politics, student can use his knowledge for welfare of society. All-round development is necessary. One can teach politics in classroom, but practical and experience make one understand things better. You can't understand and learn politics just by classroom teaching. Honorable Judge, actually it's our call. Do we want our generation to bring a change? If we want the change, someone has to get his hands dirty, because cleaning up the system requires great courage and has great risks associated. I feel that student of today is well socially aware and educated to speak on various issues, and therefore he should not be robbed of his right to freedom of expression, and thus it's no harm in allowing students to participate in politics. Participation is not only about voting, campaigning, distributing pamphlets, etc., but it is also about the observation, analysis of the voting behavior of the voters. Students should be aware of the political scenario of the country. What everybody talk about, the corrupted politics, can be curbed by the genuine student to a great extent. If you are a Bangladeshi student, then you should take part in politics, because 1/3 of the population of our country are young. By taking part in politics, I mean participating in political activity, knowing your leader well, exercising your rights, voting the better candidate, fulfilling the duty as well. We often say that the root of all problems in our country is population. But what if we, by joining hands, turn the problem of population in the greatest asset of our nation? Think wisely and do participate in politics, because nation needs you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kausar, for delivering your speech. Now, I call upon another one, Sultan Mahmud. Against the statement, Sultan Mahmud, please come on to deliver your lecture about the topic.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. All praise for Almighty Allah. Honorable Judge, moderator, dear audience, my worthy opponents, Assalamu alaikum. Thanks for arranging this event, and I am honored to be a member of it. The event topic is student politics, and I'm starting my speech against the statement. At first, I want to say that students and politics are two contradictory terms. Studying with proper knowledge and good sense of humor is the main activity of a student. So now the question is, if a student involves with politics, his study will be hampered and damaged lightly or heavily because he has to arrange or attend in a party meetings, annual conference or rallies, procession, etc. Honorable Judge, my worthy opponents are bringing the reference of student politics from language movement and liberation war. But they should remember that the past student politics was not a part of any political party. They struggled for the welfare of our country, not for the betterment of any political party. But today's student politics is drastically different and is all about personal interest and power. Their only aim is to strengthen position in campus and halls. Newcomers have to know about the leaders before knowing about their campus. If any general student say or write something against them, they attack him in a barbarous way. The recent murder of Abar Fahad, a student of Buet, is a timely example in this regard. From 1990 to 2021, some 147 students were killed, and every murder was related to student politics. Honorable Judge, on December 9, 2012, Bishwajit Das was hacked to death in broad daylight on his way of tailoring shop in Old Dhaka is also related to student politics. You might have heard the name of Manik, a student leader of Jahangirnagar University, who celebrated his 100th rape. Can you imagine it? In Kota movement, road safety movement, our so-called student leaders are not by the side of general students. They still support their political leaders. According to the Global Innovation Index, among 129 countries in the invention sector, Bangladesh stands on 160th position. There is no doubt that politics is more or less responsible for this region. Take World's top 100 university as reference. There are no party-based politics as well. Those who says if there will be no politics, who will represent the student? I also answer for them that the last 3 years in Buet there is no politics. But have you heard that there is a lack of representative in Buet? No, obviously not. On the other hand, the 3 murders in Buet history are political related. You know that about the recent situation of Eden Mohila College also. Every day we can see the clash and fight in Dhaka University, Chattogram University, as well as other university as well. Students shouldn't be the part by which one political party can progress. They should be separate student forum who will have no connection with another political party. The aim of this forum should be the betterment of the student. Then the future leader will be automatically rise up. The politics which makes the campus bloody, vacate mother's life, make students lame and invalid. We don't need this politics at all. Shame on that politics. Thank you, Honorable Judge, Moderator, and everyone for your kind patience. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. All of the participants of the topic are trying to give the logic. Anyway, thank you. Thank you, Sultan Mahmud, for delivering your speech. Now I call upon Imran Sarkar to deliver the lecture on the topic.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Judge, Moderator and audience, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. I'm really thankful to Honorable Judge for giving me an opportunity to participate in this competition. I will say something about the topic student politics. Honorable Judge, these are politics in which involve issues and challenges that affect student welfare, academic and student governance. Student politics was only the student unity which joined and fought for 1952 mother tongue revolution because Bangladesh was not an independent nation at the time. There was no established national political parties existed in Bangladesh in 1952. In addition, all respondents mentioned that even though in 1971 a few political parties had become established, their activities were not all organized and united. They also mentioned that these political parties were not established enough to lead the independent revolution. Honorable Judge, the student unit in contest was well organized and established. Some of the student leaders were very intellectual and well learned and the table to around Bangladesh trying to raise awareness in people, especially adolescents, about our rights and the concept of independence and national development. Honorable Judge, every country has different where martial law or dictatorship exists, associated or affiliated organization for different professional groups. To discuss this situation, I will example from the Bangladeshi context. In Bangladesh, there are many student political parties, namely Bangladesh Jatiyatwadi Chhatra Dol, Bangladesh Islami Chhatra Shibir, Bangladesh Chhatra League, Bangladesh Chhatra Adhikar Parishad, etc. Therefore, every professional member of society should be committed to help build the base for our students. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Imran Sarkar, for delivering your speech. Now, I call upon another one, last member of the debate, Mitu Ahmed, against the statement.
Dear audience and honorable judge and my teacher, Assalamu alaikum. I hope that all of you are well. I am really thankful to my honorable teacher and judge as you have given me a chance to participate in this debate competition. So now I am going to talking about the topic against student politics. Honorable judge, I agree with my opponent friend to do student politics if they could do their political activities for the ordinary student. But honorable judge, if we notice, we will be able to see that most of the students do their political activities for the political party's interest. As a result, they got involved themselves in brutality and violent clashes. So at the point of view, I think that student politics should be banned. Honorable judge, it is not only my word, but also it has said many educationists. My honorable judge, I don't know whether you read Pratham Alo newspaper on 12 October 2009, where some educationists like Jamirul Reza Chaudhary, the national professor, and Ainam Nishad, emeritus professor of Brak University, and Syed Manjurul Islam had said student politics should be banned. My honorable judge, my opponent party, do they know why the educationist had said student politics should be banned? Because Abraham Farad, a student of Wade University, was beaten to death by the leaders and activities of the ruling party. Honorable judge, besides there are many bad reasons behind the student politics. So my honorable judge, I hope you have noticed that at present, what is the condition of student politics? Honorable judge, my opponent party, can they say that at present they have done their political activities for the welfare of ordinary students? They work for their own interest, not for any student. So, my honorable judge, from the above discussion, I would like to inform you that student politics should be banned. Thank you, my honorable judge and teacher and my audience.
Thank you. The debate is going to be over. Now, I would like to call upon Captain Mahin Ahmed.
Assalamu alaikum. I would like to thank my honorable judges and moderator to give me another chance to speak about this topic. And I have got a few questions from my opponent side, and I am absolutely opposed to the idea of their if you think politics is not good for students, then politics is not good for anyone. Students are the future of the humanity. They should at least have political opinions. Actually, politics is everywhere, from our home to school and our workplace. So, directly or indirectly, everyone into it. Mass participant is very important for a strong democracy. For a country like Bangladesh, 1/3 of the population is under the age of 25, and most of them are students. So, students are the rising generations on whom the country pins her confidence. Students should take a part in politics. We want youth to be involved in politics, and so that they can give their idea to the politics, and it's good for our country. And thank you.
Thank you for the captain to deliver the logic in favor of student politics. Now, I would like to call upon another one, the captain of disfavor of the motion, Saifullah Faisal.
Thank you, honorable moderator, for giving me another chance. In the very first time, I would like to explain why should we avoid student politics. Students should avoid the dirty game of student politics for ensure better environment of education and make a better career. My opponent friend has questioned us with a famous quote of the Greek scholar Aristotle that man by nature is a political animal. Then how can a student aloof from politics? I would like to say that he didn't mention it for the students. Honorable Judge, my opponent captain tried to establish student politics among us, but student politics is generally, it's damaged our life and career, ruined student life. If we want to practice our political career, then we need student forum. We don't need student politics, because student politics generally under some political party, and the political leader use them as a puppets for the neighbor's interest. So my opponents, please join with us and agree with us that we don't need this kind of student politics. Thank you, honorable moderator. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, both of the participators as well as the judge of this program. Actually, we are trying to arrange the beautiful program. There are another reason. The participators of the motion, disfavor of the motion and favor of the motion, they also have another option, that they are interested to be skilled in English, expert in English, they are interested to be a good speaker in English. Now I am going to declare the result, and the result is Mahin Ahmad, favor of the motion, 7 out of 10. Kausar secures 8 out of the 10. Imran Sarkar, favor of the motion, secures 7 out of 10. Against disfavor of the motion, Saifullah secures 9 marks and he is the first highest of this debate. Sultan Mahmud 8.5, he also second highest of this program. Mithun Ahmad 7 out of 10. Mahin Ahmad, the captain, favor of the motion, secures the marks 6 out of 10 as a captain. Saifullah secures the marks 8 as a captain. So we understand easily the against of the motion, disfavor of the statement, and they are the winner of this program. And both of the part of these debaters have done very brilliant performance, excellent performance. We are very thrilled after observing their debates, their speaking. We are actually amazed. Thanks a lot, everyone.